right, so Galindo with a 2-2 count, 2 outs, nobody out. Or nobody on, I'm sorry. All right, here comes a pitch. This one, it looked like a slider that broke down into the onto the plate.
Good pitch.
Yeah, it did. It did look pretty good. Just came out low. So full count now. So Armendariz coming with it. This one hit hard to left center field. This one could bounce over, and it does. So he's only going to get 2 out of this one. He would have likely had a triple had that one hit the wall, but it bounces over, and Galindo breaks up the no-hitter. I guess it's a little premature to call that one a no-hitter, but good job by Galindo.
In second inning.
Yeah, good job by Galindo. A good at-bat, worked it to a full count and stroked it into center field. Got it over the wall just next to the highest level in the hitter's eye. So we've got Molina up to bat with a runner in scoring position over at second base, and he'd like to tie things up if he can. Here comes nice curveball there, swung and missed. Molina took a big hack at this one. So runner at second base with 2 outs. And last game, he did a good job of slowing things down and calling timeout when he needed to. So checking back second base. Here comes the pitch from Armendariz. A fastball low. Looked good from our perspective, but I think it came off the plate. So 1-1 count, 2 outs. Armendariz, I believe are they taking signs from a wristband?
Maybe.
It kind of looked like he looked at it, but I hadn't seen it until now. Here comes a curveball that didn't really work. Yeah, it didn't really break for him there. Kind of looped over, stayed inside, so it makes it a 2-1 count. All right, folks, as we approach this next pitch, we want to say thank you for checking out the broadcast and supporting Cavemen Baseball. Check back the runner. Here comes the pitch. This one comes up short. A 3-1 count, 2 outs, runner at second base. And you guys have been fantastic supporting the broadcast that we've done and supporting Carlsbad Athletics. We do want to say thank you guys for all of your support. We want to thank Red Rocket Media for helping us do this coverage, taking care of all the technicalities and the equipment. And Ruben, thanks for being on the shows with me.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So he took a big hack on that one, so it brings it to a full count.
3-2 count to Ty Molina with 2 outs. This is a big pitch here in the game. This one, a good eye by Molina to take the walk there. Big at bat. Now putting runners on first and second, and that's going to bring up Lenny Marquez. So the third baseman, Marquez, did not get the start for game 1 today.
So he should be well rested.
Exactly. He's ready to go, and Marquez, another player with speed. So Armendariz definitely checking an armband, so that is going to, I guess that's how they relay their pitches. Or maybe that's how they talk about situations. Not sure, but with 2 outs, pretty straightforward. Here's the first pitch, fastball, and Marquez took a big hack on that one. A good line drive into the outfield here would be ideal. That's what we're looking for, maybe like right center if we can.
It's funny how you call it a spot instead of just saying a base hit somewhere.
Hey, of course, but I've been pretty good at calling them lately. So
I'm saying right over the shortstop's head.
Okay,
that's
here we go.
My spot.
0-1 count. Here comes the pitch. This one a fastball high. Some chin music. No. It was away from him. Don't worry. 1-1 count. 2 outs. Ruben, I watched that show, that documentary called Facing Nolan, right? And I think one of the things I want to talk about is the infamous fight between him and Robin Ventura, but we'll talk about it. Hard hit ball into left center field. Can it get through? And it does. They lose it in the lights or something. Tough play for Hobbs, and that's kind of what made things roll in game one as the Cavemen took that win. This one, a solid hit by Lenny Marquez.
Did something happen
and
to
it
the
looks
left
like
fielder? Did he get hurt?
Mackay Brewer might be hurt over in center field, or the center fielder. He's down on his knees. Looks like he might be nursing some kind of arm injury, I believe, or maybe a back injury.
So it looks like Luke is running out there, the trainer for the Cavemen. Go check him out, see what's going on.
Yeah, so a great hit by Lenny Marquez to make things work out, and Zach Galindo comes around to score, so the Cavemen tie things up 1-1, and now a runner over at third base as well. So,
dang, I called that one again.
You did. That was a good one. That was a good one. I'll give it to you. So with 2 outs, the Cavemen able to do work. It was 2 outs, nobody on. Galindo with a double, ground rule double. Ty Molina with a walk, and then Lenny Marquez with a single to bring around Galindo. It's going to bring up Jeremiah Dominguez. We're going to take a break here on the play-by-play. But yeah, Ruben, one of the things that, because I said chin music, I was joking because it wasn't close to hitting him at all. But when I was watching that documentary, it was interesting because they talk about that Ventura fight between him and, I think Nolan Ryan was like 44 years old or something crazy.
He was on one of his last legs.
Yeah, and they talked about that the 2 teams were going back and forth, and so the White Sox said that if the next person that gets hit doesn't charge the mound, then I believe they said they're going to get fined or something like that. Like they made him no matter what. So he's like, whoever gets hit next, and just kind of by the way he hesitated to run out there, he didn't want to be that guy, but since he had to stick to the game plan, and that's where he declined to be on that documentary, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. No, he definitely became
what a story,
for that, yeah.
All right, guys. What's your most memorable moment in baseball? Let us know in the comments section. All right, here's a first pitch swinging, pop fly. This one is going to come down. Trouble for the catcher, and he catches it, twists his arm. Looks like he could have totally dropped it. I mean, that was probably the sketchiest way to catch that. Yeah. You're supposed to turn back towards the thing because of the spin. Didn't go ahead and do that, and went with one hand on it. So a concoction for disaster. It worked out, but Hobbs not able to get out of that one without at least one mistake, as that hit by Lenny Marquez, I think definitely could have been caught, but they misjudged it and let it come up short. So a great job by Marquez to get that in and, of course, tie the ball game up. So coming into the top of the 3rd inning, Hazen Wright is on the mound for the Cavemen again, and it looks like the wind is slowing down a little bit. It's still definitely a factor, but not as much action on the flag as it was. Still sticking up though.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as cold, but yeah, you can still see. Well, you can see it's kind of dying down a little bit because it's kind of waving, like, I don't know, like if you're doing the Star
like
Spangled
a parade,
banner, like a Star Spangled Banner.
It's more of like a parade wave than it would be like a family reunion wave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that. All right, so Wright is going to be facing the 9-hole batter for Hobbs, Alan Utahara. And then he's going to go to the top of the lineup, Gonzalez, then Martinez. So we'd appreciate if you guys throw it in the comments section. What is the most memorable baseball moment that you can think of? What's the first thing that comes to mind? One of my first things that comes to mind, Ruben, professional level, I'd say the Luis Gonzalez little bloop single to beat the Yankees in the World Series in 2001.
Yep, I remember that.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
All right, Hazen Wright, the first pitch fastball gets by the bat for strike 1, swinging strike 1, 0-1 count here. Cavemen tied things up in the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's a 1-1 ball game. Here comes the next pitch from Wright. This one clips the outside corner for strike 2. Good look for Wright, starting things off 0-2 here in the top of the 3rd inning. All right, here comes the windup and the pitch. This one, a kind of a little bit of a floater there on the slider, not as much bite as his normal. Kind of got away from, maybe slipped a little bit. A 1-2 count. This one, fastball, strike 3, looking, good pitch. And his best pitch in his fastball, it poses a threat at any count in the, or at any count, yeah, in the at-bat. All right, folks, so here comes the next pitch. This one, a fastball, swinging, strike 1. All right, so let's see. We got Ornelas Lares Dominguez that commented. We're going to get to that here in just a second. So 1-1 count now for Wright as he faces against number 9 Gonzalez, the second baseman. He said Ricky Henderson stolen base baseball record. That's a good memory. All right, so this one's going to be some trouble for Aiden Quintela, or at least you would think it would be. He didn't make it look that way.
Yeah, it'd be some trouble for a lot of shortstops.
For anybody but, huh? Tim D. King says, Carlsbad beats La Cueva state championship in 1996 with a wild throw to third base in the bottom of the 8th. Wow, that sounds electric.
Well, I can remember a baseball
cool.
moment when Brock Landreth ran through the
stop sign.
Yeah, and scored the winning run against La Cueva to win the state championship.
Well,
it was against the finals.
Yeah, it was the semifinals against Sandia, I believe. And yeah, without that, they wouldn't have won. I don't think. It'd be hard to say that they would have. It's hard to know, but that definitely was a huge moment.
And my probably biggest one was watching Kirk Gibson hit the home run against Dennis Eckersley.
Okay.
In the World Series against the Oakland A's. That was huge when he ran around the bases, remember, and did the.
Oh yeah.
And that wasn't
That's
even
iconic.
Game 7. It was like Game 3 or whatever, but it was like a big shift in the.
All right, a fastball there, swing and a miss. A 1-2 count with 2 strikes, or with 2 outs. And this is
Josiah
Martinez. All right, so here comes the pitch. This one, a fastball, fouled off late a bit. Good job by Martinez to stay alive on that one. So it's funny because in the scorebook, you just put a routine F6 down, but that's like a high-level difficulty.
Yeah.
If you hit a ball like that 10 times, I can't imagine anybody can catch that 10 times. All right, here it comes. Good play by Jeremiah Dominguez to come up on that one, catch it at the right hop, and make the transfer, finish it off to first base. And Delmonico Moreno had a task at hand to make sure and handle that because it was coming in pretty hot.
Pretty hot in a close distance.
Yes.
But yeah, Jeremiah made a nice play on it.
So great job by Hazen Wright. 3 up, 3 down as he handles business. And Cavemen trying to get into the dugout as soon as possible so that they can get things back on track offensively. So now Aiden Quintela, Tristan Thomas, and Mac Mabry due up for the Cavemen. So yeah, if you guys are on the All Sports Best page watching this, we appreciate you guys. Definitely put in your best memory, and we'd love to read it off and kind of discuss them. Yeah, I don't know. I think another cool memory, just for like locals, of course, would be watching Cody Ross absolutely dominate in the, in the conference, the division?
NLCS.
NLCS, the championship series.
Yes.
Who was it, against the Phillies or something like? Yeah, he beat the Phillies. He had like 3 home runs in the series. He won the MVP. That was probably a big memory, maybe the biggest memory in Carlsbad.
I think he hit 2
legends.
home runs against
Doc Holliday.
Roy Halladay, yeah. It was insane, the kind of playoff series he had there for sure.
Yeah, that's what dreams are made of. I think it helped definitely as a huge contributing factor to his like next contract as well. But now up to bat is leadoff Aiden Quintela, the shortstop, number 15.
I think 2 other good memories I had was last year when the guys won state and the girls won state.
That is a heck of a memory.
Yeah, that one's a great one. And then in '88 when the guys and girls played here in Carlsbad and they both won it.
That's pretty cool. All right, so this one, a fastball high and outside for ball one. Quintela kind of squared around partially. Looked like he might have tried to lay a bunt down. I can't imagine he would here, but I could be wrong. Now he looks like he was going to go for it again. This one off the plate. Quintela lets this one go by, so a 2-0 count now. All right, so next up after Quintela will be Thomas and Mabry. So if he can get on base, puts the Cavemen in a good position there. And it looks like Quintela is just kind of trying to get some movement in the box there, try and distract Armendariz to keep him on a ball streak.
Because I can't imagine him trying to bunt.
With like that much movement, huh?
Especially when they know it's coming 3 or 4 pitches in a row. So, yeah, he's gotten himself into a good count now. Now he can settle in and drive something out there somewhere.
Absolutely. So 3-1 count here with nobody on, nobody out. 1-1 ball game between the Hobbs Eagles and the Carlsbad Cavemen. This one ball 4 high. And Aiden Quintela is going to get over to first base. Good at bat for Quintela. Didn't have a whole lot of difficulties there. Didn't see anything but one strike in that at bat.
Yeah, now you could see where Thomas has the option of slap bunting, of hitting away, or of just doing a sacrifice bunt just to get Aiden into scoring position right away.
Yeah, if you're going to play small ball here, this is a good time to do it. Good wheels on first base, good wheels at the plate as well. But here's looks like a kind of a slow floating slider there across the plate for strike one. 0-1 count here for Tristan Thomas, and he's going to take the signs from Coach May. Quintela gets his lead. Quintela, medium lead. Looks like he's getting a little bit antsy. A good solid shot over into right field. This one's going to have nobody to get to it for a while. He's going to be on 3 easy. Aiden Quintela's coming around to score. No problem to score from first base. He cruises in, and Tristan Thomas with another triple on the season. I believe Thomas has had a few. He has 3 triples on the season, make it 4.
And that was a nice shot down the line.
Yes, it is. So great job there to work a walk for Aiden Quintela and put the Cavemen in a good opportunity to score. Thomas really took advantage of that one. And he was like, Hazen, I get it. I like to get run support when I pitch too. So here,
I got you.
I'm going to give you something right here. Great job by Thomas, but Mabry now up to bat with a runner in scoring position. If he connects with that, it's going to be hit extremely hard. It's coming at a top speed off of that bat. So Mabry just trying to find the barrel, trying to get the barrel to the ball here. And he lets this one go by on that breaking pitch that went into the dirt and off of the, I believe, the chest guard. So do you think that Armendariz is pitching to his, oh no, never mind. Singleton's the catcher. All right, so Mabry here with a 2-1 count. Nobody out. Runner on third base. Here comes a pitch over the middle. It looks like, ooh, they're going to say no go. I don't think he went, but I thought it could have been a strike without the swing. Might have been high there. Hard to tell from here. 3-1 count. Here comes the windup and the pitch. This one going to be ball 4, and he's going to take his base over to first base. No. But now 2 runners on, and it looked like Thomas was going to try and steal home plate as Armendariz wasn't really paying attention, kind of slowly walking back. He took some steps towards home, and I was kind of getting excited to see what would happen. That wouldn't have been a good move, though.
I was going to say I wouldn't get excited because with no outs and he gets thrown out there, that's a tough one because it's too close of a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's be a little more conservative than that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll allow it. So runners at first and third. That was the second walk of the inning so far in 3 batters. Nobody out. And here's Delmonico. And it looks like they're going to throw out Mabry at second base, but a good job by Mabry to attract the attention. They got the out, but Thomas scores, so at what cost? I don't think that's worth it.
See, and I don't know. To me, I almost feel like he could have done the ball got there and then getting the rundown thing, because as soon as he throws it to second, Thomas takes off, he's going to make it anyways. You know what I'm saying? Because he's so quick. But
that's true.
It's like he gave up an out to get the run, and now if Moreno gets a base hit, it's almost like it's kind of tough. But
Right.
I guess.
Well, no, but I'm saying from a defensive standpoint,
yeah,
of course you want to get the save the run,
yeah.
but they get an out on that one, so that was their exchange there. 2-1 ball game now. So 2-0, 1 out. Moreno on at the plate. His second at bat of the game. He struck out swinging in his first at bat in the second inning. So here comes the pitch. Fastball off the plate, ball 4, and Moreno with a walk. So it would have been bases loaded there. But regardless, they do have another runner on base. 3 walks in 4 batters in this inning for Armendariz. So a struggle has clearly started here in this inning.
See, and from where we're sitting, we can't see the bullpen really to see if there's anybody maybe getting loose or anything.
Yeah.
He may just be out there for the count because it's still early in the game.
All right, so here comes the pitch. This one a curveball for a strike. 0-1 count. 1 out, runner at first base. That runner is Moreno. And he's gotten on base a lot with walks.
Yeah, for sure.
Today. And Hernandez fooled on that pitch outside as he took a big hack. Kind of waved at it. An 0-2 count. Hernandez grounded out to the pitcher in his first at-bat of the game. Here comes the pitch. This one hit hard and a single. Good job with 2 strikes. A 2-strike hitter there for Fabian Hernandez. So looked good with 2 strikes.
Yeah, for sure. It brings up Galindo with runners at first and second with 1 out.
Galindo, the guy you want up today, a double in his first at-bat. And that was just in the second inning. So he's going to look to try and get hits in back-to-back innings if he can. And from the left side, lots of space in that right center field gap. Lots of space.
Yeah, and also in the left field.
That's right.
Corner.
So, fresh count. Zach Galindo, first pitch, fastball off the plate, called for a strike. Whoa.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistent. That one was a little bit off.
Yeah.
But I'll give him, hey.
That was a good foot off. Yeah, I mean, you can make mistakes. Just
maybe
don't let it happen again. 0-1 count here, 1 out. Here comes the leg kick in the pitch. This one, good patience there by Galindo to wait on that one to come down a little bit, but fouls it straight back. He was on that one big time. But that takes it to an 0-2 count with 1 out.
And I feel like him and Moreno are great with 2-strike counts.
They really are.
I feel like the same as if it was 0-0 count.
Exactly. There's just some guys you can feel good about any count. You're right. Those are 2 guys that you can feel that way about. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Cavemen lead 3-1. Here comes the pitch. This one off the plate.
It looked right down the middle. I didn't see it.
Oh, really? No.
I couldn't see the ball hit the ground.
So 1-2 count. 1 out. And Hobbs just trying to get by as far as they can with Armendariz in this game. And so far he's done fine. But this inning, the walks have been costly. Here comes a hard hit ball to center field. This one's going to be shallow. Hard run by Brewer, and he's going to try and backdoor Moreno. Might have wasted a throw on that one. No harm done, but that's going to be a fly out to center field for out number 2. But that almost was trouble too. He was running full speed.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's something you got to consider, Ruben. A full speed runner in center field or a full speed fielder makes it harder to read the ball unless you're obviously very experienced. If you're not, it's a lot of bouncing. Yeah, you have to be. And with turf, it helps a lot. You don't have to worry about, is the ground bumpy? Am I going to hit softer grass? That kind of stuff. And then, of course, not thick grass.
Well, also you're taught when you're running for the ball to run like not with your glove out.
Right.
I mean, run, get to the
ball.
Run
like normal.
Reach out. Yeah, because then you're bouncing up and down like you said, and I think it makes it a little tougher.
All right, so Molina watches this one go outside and low, and this one for ball 2. 2-0 count there.
You said outside and low, and to me it looked like it was a strike right down the middle.
2-0 count, 2 outs. This one low again, so 3-0 count. And I'd imagine here Molina's not going to be swinging. I mean, if I'm Coach May, I'm giving him the red light. We've gotten 3 walks in this inning alone. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't imagine. Green light's fine, but that one going to be a fastball for a strike. So you got to force him to get it over. Now you open up this at bat back again. So here we go. Molina waiting the pitch. Here it comes. Fastball over the plate for strike 2, making this one a full count. 2 outs. So Cavemen lead 3-1. Cavemen have 4 hits on the game so far. A double, a triple, 2 singles.
And we're going to start the runners on this one.
So they're going to be taking off. There's Moreno, and this one a curveball that came down over the plate for strike 3, looking on Molina. All right, so he hustled that into the dugout. Good sportsmanship there by Molina, but you almost, I don't know, from my angle, it looked like it was high.
I think
kind of close for comfort.
With a 2-strike count, you got to be swinging at something close, and that was close enough, I think.
All right, folks, so we are heading into the top of the 4th inning. The Cavemen lead 3-1. Hobbs scored their lone run in the first inning with a walk and a double with 2 outs. So the Cavemen had a good second inning with 2 outs. They were able to score their run that way as well, but then they pick up 2 in the 3rd inning and try and give Hazen Wright some cushion as he heads back out there for his fourth inning of work. All right.
That's a classic song right there.
It is a classic
Neil
song.
Diamond.
This one is a baseball song, you might say.
Sweet Caroline
over in
Boston. What is it, the
Boston,
7th inning?
The Red Sox. Yep, 7th inning stretch.
Yeah.
Now the 7th inning stretch is like a quick arm, like you just kind of do an elephant twist, and then bam, we're starting again because they got the pitch count hustling.
They only play the first chorus of this song.
The pitching time, yeah.
As soon as it's done, and they start the next inning.
It goes like it skips almost. That's how fast they have to do it. But yeah, if you look out to center field, you'll see the American flag a lot more calm than it was, I don't know, an hour ago.
Yeah.
It was about to fly off the pole. Now it's kind of just relaxing. Relaxing.
It's relaxing, but
it's got a mind of its own.
But it doesn't want to touch the pole because the pole's cold. So
exactly.
It's still kind of waving a little bit.
All right, so the first pitch from Hazen Wright. Here it comes, a fastball outside for ball 1. That one pretty close. But yeah, this umpire behind the plate a lot better than Game 1's umpire.
Sure.
Game 1 umpire had a little bit of feistiness to him.
Yeah, he did. He wanted to kick everybody, well, not everybody out, but he wanted to go after everybody. And you don't usually see that. Usually the umpire's like the one that kind of just lets somebody come at them.
Right.
And if they're chirped too much, they might say something. But he went all the way to the 3rd base, coaching box.
I'd never seen an umpire get into their karate stance like he did.
No.
All right, so there's a swinging strike 2. So 2-2 count here for Hazen Wright against the batter number 10, Xavier Alvarado, the 3-hole batter for Hobbs.
It was hard for me to tell, was he Cobra Kai or was he Miyagi-Do?
Yeah, hard
Did he
to
get
know.
that left leg up?
So strike 3 swinging, and Hazen Wright able to get his 6th strikeout of the game. A good game so far for Wright.
Yeah, it's a tough thing when the Hobbs is facing our number 3 or number 4 pitcher, and he's got 6 strikeouts in, 3 innings?
And that's the thing about the Cavemen's depth. I mean, it's funny because you say he's a 3 pitcher. Easily, he's a number 1 pitcher on most
just about
teams.
any pitch, on any team for sure.
I think that the 3 starting pitchers for the Cavemen really are interchangeable. Here's an absolute rocket from Brewer. Can Thomas catch it? Oh, and he doesn't, but it comes off of his glove. It's going to hold him to a double. That's his 2nd double of the game, both of which look like bombs. But Brewer kind of has Wright's number, but luckily for Wright, he took care of business against Alvarado, and instead of that walk coming in for a run, he's able to just limit the damage to a double to second base. So double to second base. Major Bird now up to bat, and he can get out of this inning without any harm done still.
Yeah, you know, Thomas is frustrated out there because he was under it and he had a chance on it, and I don't know if he hit the wall.
He did hit the wall
from there. And
yeah, that's a tough play though.
Yeah,
really tough play. Thomas.
He went a long way.
Covers a lot of ground. Yeah. So on his last step, you know, he kind of bumped into the wall, and I think it kind of came off of his glove, or maybe almost a trap off the wall. Here comes a pitch from Wright. He throws that one with a little extra oomph. And that one a strike. Fouled back. So 0-1 count here with one out. Runner on second base. I will say the wind is blowing out towards center field now, so not a lot, but definitely something that could have played a factor, yeah. So there's a beautiful slider in on the hands right there. Came down just in time for strike two. 0-2 count here with one out.
Major's knees were buckling on that one for sure.
Oh, Major. 0-2 count. Here it comes. Ooh, fastball outside and a Major buckle there. So there we go. Strike three looking. That's his 7th strikeout of the game. The score 3-1. And yes, Selena Baldonado asked, did they win game one? They won the first game of this doubleheader, yes, 9-1. They lost to Hobbs in Hobbs yesterday in the first game of the series, 4-3. But here's a little bloop over to first base, and Delmonico Moreno takes care of business. Easy pop-up on one pitch, so a nice little gift there for Hazen Wright. After striking out the first batter, you gave up a shot, almost a home run to Brewer. It luckily came off of the wall, and Hazen Wright got the next 2 batters out consecutively. The most batters Wright has faced so far in the 4 innings is 5, which happened in the first inning. So he's trying to limit that pitch count, staying efficient. He's done a good job of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So the Cavemen lead 3-1 going into the bottom of the 4th inning as they try to get the sticks going, starting off with Lenny Marquez, who came up big with an RBI and a single in the bottom of the 2nd inning to score in Zach Galindo.
To get that first run of the game, yes.
Yes, and that one came down in left center field. And so it looks like Brewer's fine. He's been running fine. He's been throwing fine. I don't know what the issue was, maybe a slight tweak, but good to see that nobody's hurt, no injuries.
Maybe what we can do is get a mic in the dugout for the trainer and find out information like that between innings. That'll be our next year's goal.
I'll let you invest in that one.
Okay.
All right, now Lenny Marquez, followed by Jeremiah Dominguez, and then Aiden Quintela for the Cavemen. So the 8 and 9 hole batters due up before starting things up with Aiden Quintela again up at the top of the lineup. Definitely lots of potential there, as we've seen, like we said before. Marquez 1 for 1 so far, and Dominguez with tons of potential at the plate as well. Matter of fact, Dominguez had a triple in the first game of the doubleheader and a walk, so he went 1 for 3 with a triple. So 8 and 9 hole batters doing things that top of the lineups do.
Yeah. I mean, anytime the bottom of your lineup does something well, it's just a bonus because I feel like it just gets to that top right away.
All right, here comes the first pitch to Marquez. This one a fastball high, 1-0 count here. And the Cavemen trying to add some cushion for their starting pitcher, Hazen Wright, the junior. Here comes the pitch. This one a nice bunt, beautiful spot. This is going to be a hard play, and first baseman comes off just enough for Marquez to sneak on by, and it looks like Hobbs is going to try and argue this player, at least get a second opinion possibly, but I think it's hard to dispute that one. I did see the foot come up a bit.
Did you see it come up?
I did.
If it didn't come up, I thought he was out because it was
Yeah.
that close. But if it did come off a little bit, then so he can talk to him. But to me, I don't know how
You really
how
can't argue
overrule
this.
it.
You just maybe tell him, hey, get into a better position next time. I don't know. But good hustle by Lenny Marquez, and he's 2 for 2 on the day. That's an infield single. All right, so Jeremiah Dominguez now up to bat with a runner on first base, nobody out. And he's going to try and run it back like game 1 if he can, put something into the gap.
I'll bet you anything he tries to bunt. I bet you they have.
You think
bunt.
so?
Yeah, just
Okay.
to get that other run in. Watch. First pitch.
All right, let's see what you got here. Let's see what. Oh, and he did square around. Ooh, close play over at first base. Just slides under the tag was Lenny Marquez.
Hey, we look
That
over
was
to the
close.
dugout. Look over to the dugout, see if coach is coming back out.
That's right. So Dominguez definitely seemed to be looking for a bunt.
Yeah, real late, like almost like bunting for a hit, kind of.
Oh, there
now he's going.
Now there's a sacrifice attempt, and another time back over to first
my
base. They're
gosh.
putting this one close. Dominguez missed that one, made it 1-1 count with nobody out, one on base, and it's over at first base. So double play is in order. He's gonna, if he puts this bunt down, the one thing you can't do is hard bunt straight back to the pitcher because there's still a double play.
Or pop it up, yeah.
So now a fastball fouled off over into the restricted zone over in the construction area. All right, so 1-2 count. Nobody out. Dominguez steps on in. And Armendariz comes set. Here comes leg kick in the pitch. This one a slider, this one poked.
Oh, that might get down.
Oh, and Marquez we had to go back and forth and back, and
Look like
finally.
he was in a rundown.
Yeah, he did. It's like a rundown in his own head. But yeah, that was a tough one because it just got, I mean, any other time, that's an out for sure. And what happens? An infield single, Jeremiah Dominguez.
That's where the saying seeing eye single comes in right there, because it just found a spot. Hey, you know what? Nobody's over here. I'm going to drop
I'll just park it right here. Huh? So good job by Marquez to stay on his toes, because if that's caught, he's got to get on his horse back.
Oh, yeah, he would have never made it if he'd have caught it. But he was far enough to where he made it anyways.
Also, him breaking to second base helped him to squeeze the middle infield together, and of course open up that possibility for that little single. Yeah. So Dominguez can probably go up to Marquez and say, hey, thanks, you helped me get that single as well. So here's a bunt, nicely placed again. This one by Quintela. They check third base. You can't do that with this speed on this lineup.
No.
Maybe if he fell, he still might have been safe.
I think the only way you check him before you pitch it, because you know, okay, this guy's a slow runner. I've got a chance to get him. That's the only way.
Right, yeah, you have to know the situation immediately, because now you're in the hole with 3 singles.
And nobody out.
So runners on first, second, and third, baby. Those are loaded up. So Cavemen trying to make this a merry-go-round if they can. If Tristan Thomas can come through, he did in the third inning with a triple, his 4th of the season. Thomas wants to do it again. Here's a good pitch for him. This one hit high into right field, shallow. They're on their horses, and a single again. The 4th single in as many at-bats for the Cavemen this inning. And 2 of them on in the infield. This one made it into shallow right field. And I don't know if it's just me, but tonight the field looks 2 times bigger than it usually does for the Cavemen.
It looks bigger, and it looks like it's moving back and forth for the Hobbs
shifting.
Eagles. Yeah, they're having a tough time on defense.
All right, so Mabry walked in his last at-bat. He seemed like he didn't want to. He has an opportunity here to put a barrel on it. Here it comes. First pitch, right? Ooh, that one looked good,
Maybe
but it was low.
Yeah.
So 1-0 count. Nobody out. Everybody on. Full bases loaded. Here it comes. The leg kick, the pitch. This one, hard swing by Mabry, fouls it off, and this one, 1-1 count. Cool event going on tomorrow, Brews on the Pecos. Definitely check that one out, a local event that you gotta go to so we can have more of those.
Yeah.
Some cool other things that are happening. Cavern Fest going to be happening this summer, sometime in June, I believe. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
And Eli Young Band's coming for that, so cool local
Yeah, that is cool.
thing.
Is Rob White's band coming with them too?
I think so. Let me think on what they're named.
It's
All right,
somebody's name.
There's a floating, I believe a floating breaking pitch. Didn't really break on that one. Almost took on the role of a changeup. And 2-1 count. The windup and the pitch. This one hit on the ground pretty hard over to first base. Can Mabry get there in time? And yes, oh no, they say they got him out. So this one does score a run though. So this is an RBI for Mabry. So that one is going to go down as a 4-3 out number 1, but Carlsbad able to score on that one. And there's going to be runners on second and third. So Dominguez over at third. Or I'm sorry. Dominguez not over at third. Dominguez scored. So we've got Aiden Quintela over at third. This one a hard hit ball down to third base, and Quintela is going to be in a rundown back and forth. And he's going to get there. Oh! Looked like it could have been a close play, but Quintela gets caught in between third and home. That's a tough place to be in because on that one it was hit hard to third base. Not a lot of time to react off of that leadoff he had, you know?
Yes.
So that is a tough play. But Quintela, I think, handled it pretty well. Gave himself a chance. It was a close play, but ended up getting out on that one. So Moreno reaches base, so there's runners on first and second. So 2 outs, runners on first and second. This first pitch curveball doesn't drop in time. This one, a 1-0 count to Fabian Hernandez.
Okay, so the other band at Cavern Fest is
Carson Jeffrey.
Carson Jeffrey, yeah.
That's right, okay. Sweet, thank you. All right, so here comes the pitch. This one, a fastball down. And that's a cool thing because they have some legit music, really good country music, and went to school with Rob White, a local Carlsbad folk, getting his start in music. Successful band, really cool. Love to see Carlsbad success. 3-0 count. Hernandez here has an opportunity to continue keeping this inning extend. And he just stood straight up. I don't even think he watched if the pitch was coming or not. Looked like he just kind of hung out. So the red light clearly was in effect. Here's a 3-1 count. This one over the plate, swung hard. That makes it strike 2. So full count here.
Everybody be running.
That's right. So runners on first and second. At second base is Tristan Thomas. So if he's going, and this is a hit, and it is a hit, and Thomas is going to score with ease, not even a question about it. Good at bat off the full count. So Hernandez worked a 3-0 count. Armendariz came back to make it full, and Fabian Hernandez is like, all right, you could have walked me, but here comes a single, and I'm going to score a guy. Yeah. So good job by Hernandez to go ahead and take what he was given.
Looks like they're going to change pitchers.
So good job by Hernandez. Ruben, that is the 5th hit of this inning alone in 7 batters.
Yeah, and what is the score, 6-1?
The score is now 6-1. That is correct. So Cavemen trying to give even more of a cushion to right, and with 2 outs, they can do a little bit more damage. Up to bat is Zach Galindo. Galindo had a double in the 2nd inning, so obviously, and we already knew, very capable of making that happen. He has been clutch throughout the season, very efficient batter. Where's this next? What's happening in this next at bat, Ruben? Your prediction?
So who's batting?
Zach Galindo with runners on first and second, 2 outs.
First and second, 2 outs. I think he'll draw a walk with this pitcher, first batter.
Okay.
Who's this pitcher?
It looks like
I can't see the number.
number 7. Kind of hard to see.
Luke Parrish.
Nice.
He's a freshman.
Very
It's
cool.
a big spot for a
pretty
freshman
big kid for a freshman, no doubt. All right, so.
Yeah, it looks like well, there's 2 freshmen on the team, but he's one of them, yeah. 3 freshmen.
Oh, you've got I was looking for this
4
sheet
freshmen.
you've been looking at. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I've known everything that's going on.
So with 2 outs, they put the freshman in a pretty big spot. Any bases live, so force play is available for him. So a little less pressure there, but still facing off against the Carlsbad Cavemen with 20 wins under their belt now. So trying to get to that, trying to break 20.
Yeah.
All right, folks, it's 8:35 here as we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Cavemen scored 0, 1, 2, 3 on the scoreboard. It's 0 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, and 3 in the fourth.
So that means we're going to have 4 in the 5th?
That's what we hope to see, but it'd be nice if we had 6 here in the fourth. We can still make it happen here with 2 outs.
Yeah.
Galindo.
So what's Galindo going to do in your opinion? You got to give me your.
I'm going to say he's going to pull one. I'm going to say he's going to pull one over first base.
Okay.
Hug the line on it.
A double or a triple?
I'm going to go double.
Okay.
Clear the bags, though, or the other 2 guys. All right, so this one a first pitch, high fastball. But then again, efficient batter, good eye at the plate, new batter. Good chance he works a walk here. Here we come. Fastball, never mind. I missed it.
Dang.
So
Parrish looked like a pro right there.
He did, absolutely. So he was able to get Galindo on a ground ball straight up the middle for out number 3. So he limits the damage of that inning as much as he can. Cavemen lead 6-1. And the series between Hobbs and Carlsbad sits at 1-1. Hobbs won the game 1 over in Hobbs last night. Tonight, the Cavemen beat Hobbs 9-1. And Hobbs dropped the series to Roswell 2 games to 1. And so it's just hard to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every game's different. Every team has their weaknesses exposed in different ways. It looked like it was a pitcher's duel in game 1 over in Hobbs, and here for a while it was much of the same in our first game of this doubleheader.
Right.
As Thomas took on Brewer. Both dudes with left arms that were very live.
For sure.
All right, so Molina showing off the cannon in between innings. 6-1 ball game, and that's going to bring up, I believe, let's see, number 8. That is Hector Armendariz, the starting pitcher for Hobbs. He's no longer on the mound anymore. So Hazen right here with the first pitch. Here it comes. This one, a fastball off the plate. Brought this one in a little bit, yanked it a hair. So 1-0 count. Here comes the windup and the pitch. Another fastball, and this one fouled off. 1-1 count. And out to get the foul ball, Matt Chavarria, another former Caveman. That dude could sling it off the mound, Ruben.
Yeah, he could. Could swing it a little bit, too.
Yeah. Nice pitch. Fastball handled by Quintela. He throws this one a beauty skip off the turf to Delmonico Moreno. Beautiful play by Armendariz, and he looks for his shades. He found them.
Not Armendariz.
There he goes. Or I'm sorry, by Quintela.
Yeah, what I liked about it was he released it so quick knowing the guy was going to get down the line, and it took a bounce, but it gave him time to get it there quick.
Yeah, and did you see about Alex Bregman in the offseason practicing the bounce?
No.
He would practice bouncing it, like if he was to turn a double play from third, catch it and bounce it, because he felt like there was more control off of that, which I thought was a wild concept. In this case, it does make sense because you're just trying to get rid of it. You're just keeping it on a line.
Yeah, because
as long as it's better low than it is high.
Because a lot of times what happens is the runner plants to get a good strong throw, and it takes a little more time. And then by the time he throw it, there's time that that guy's getting down the line. So,
yeah. No, absolutely. So he got rid of it. It was nice. Good play by Quintela. That's probably the play of this game so far. And there's a fastball for strike one. 3-1 count here with one out. Ruben, game one's best play might have been the Mac Mabry's full-out dive in center field.
Yeah, that was impressive.
It was a good one. And maybe Quintela earlier in this game over the shoulder, that pop fly was pretty nice too. So full count, here's Hazen Wright. Fastball for a looking strike three, baby. Good pitch by Wright. He's been good tonight, very good. So Saul Armendariz, the right fielder for Hobbs. No, I'm sorry. Now up to bat is the relief pitcher.
Oh, yeah, Parrish.
Luke Parrish up to bat.
Well, the youngest guy we saw playing the other day was it in that tournament? There was an 8th grader, remember? That was a shortstop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was pretty good.
0-1 count, 2 outs. Fastball with some heat behind it. Right. Gaining a little velo throughout the game. That always blew my mind when Justin Verlander would throw like 100 in the 7th inning. You're like, what? And now Hazen Wright's doing it here at a high school level as it reads on the scoreboard. 100 on the 100 in the 5th inning.
Hey, consistently at the 100.
Yeah. All right, so Hazen Wright in a good position with a 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Do this fastball high, and Parrish didn't look like he wanted any part of that one. Good eye there. So 1 out, nobody on. Wait. Yeah, 1 out, nobody on.
2 outs.
Is it 2 outs? I have 1 out. You're right. It is 2 outs. How did I miss that? Oh, Parrish is in for Yudi Hara. That's my fault. So great job by Hazen Wright. Freezes him for another strikeout and out number 3. Guys, thanks for checking out. I believe that's number 9. So thank you guys for checking out the broadcast, supporting Cavemen baseball. Cavemen lead 6-1 as they head back out on offense, and they're going to start things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th inning, due up, Ty Molina, Lenny Marquez, and Jeremiah Dominguez. They're going to try to heat things back up once again for the Cavemen. Molina has reached base once today. Lenny Marquez, 2 singles, and Jeremiah Dominguez, 1 for 2. So these 3 guys at the bottom of the lineup playing like they aren't 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, for sure. How do you like that song?
Another good one.
Another good Rocky classic.
All right, guys, tell us what you think. We were talking about this, debating it just the other day. What is the best song, like what is the most memorable song or maybe the best song? I talked about it possibly being Neon Moon by Brooks and Dunn, a classic. Another song that you can think of is one of the best ever. Yeah, Usher, Little John, Ludacris, love that song. You put that beat on, you know it's going to hit. What is a top song that always gets you to get excited about? Let's go with that. Maybe not the best song because that's like one of the hardest questions ever. I don't want to hear anybody say Bohemian Rhapsody. Come on, it's like 6 hours long. You can't go with that one.
It's almost as long as the Selena Cumbia medley.
Yeah.
No, you know what's another good one?
What's another good one?
A good baseball one is the one, Put Me in Coach.
Okay.
I love to hear that at a baseball game. It just gets you fired up.
Yeah, that's a good one. I would say definitely not in my top 500 of songs, but Dang, huh? That was harsh.
Well, it'd be in my top 5 of baseball songs.
Okay,
let's
baseball
put it
song.
I'm thinking baseball because I'm out here at a baseball game right now. I'm not thinking about playing a two-step at a
#1 song at a
dance.
baseball game, national anthem. What do you think?
Sweet Caroline. Or Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
All right, Ty Molina now up to bat. Here it comes. The first pitch is fastball over the plate. Kind of coming across his body, pitching with an angle, kind of from the side, almost a low 3/4 pitch from Parrish, the freshman.
He looks good.
There we go. This one with a lot of spin over to first base. He handles it, and Molina hustles over to first base. Gets out by a couple of steps, but good hustle. I like to see that effort from the senior. I think it shows a lot of hard work, and you just like to show that to the younger
Lead
guys.
by example, yeah.
Because I've seen different cultures. I've seen cultures where, like, the locker room, they go, oh, last year they didn't care, you know, and it kind of like passes on. But when you see like guys running hard down the first baseline, it's like, oh, they always went hard. Like, we have to carry this tradition.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like in caveman culture, that's kind of it's a good thing to have for sure.
Well, especially when they win a state championship, then you kind of feel like, you know what, if you don't get down the line every time like that, then the next guy that doesn't do it, maybe the guy at first bobbles it or something, and then, you know what I mean, that could have been the difference in a game. So
anything less than greatness isn't accepted kind of mentality is a nice thing to have. Lenny Marquez, 2 for 2 on the night. An 0-2 count. Here it comes. This one, swing and a miss for strike 3, so he strikes out on, I think, on 3 pitches. And Jeremiah Dominguez now up to bat, the second baseman for the Cavemen. Got the start in both games, played the entire first game, and is 1 for 2 here tonight on the second game. So Parrish comes out of the windup. And that one, a slider doesn't really break, so it stays up in on his hands, up at the chest. A 1-0 count with 2 outs. This one, a foul ball.
Into the locker room?
Into the locker room again. They say that the locker room's pretty nice, pretty spacious.
Really?
I talked to Lenny Marquez. He was telling me about it. He said it's really a nice setup. As a matter of fact, he said everybody in the locker room has like 2 lockers, because it's so spacious. I was like, interesting. So maybe one's for clothes and one's for gear. I don't know. 2-1. This one off the mark. So a 3-1 count here to Dominguez with 2 outs. So Parrish trying to get out of this one as quickly as possible. So he's faced 3 batters and gotten 3 outs, and he's trying to make that 4 consecutive outs if he can against Dominguez, and if he's got anything to say about it, he's going to make something happen here on a 3-2 count. He didn't like that call. Here comes the pitch. This one fouled off. Good job by Dominguez to stay alive.
That time he hit it to the old locker room foul.
Let's see, we got Thunderstruck. Luis Velasquez. Said Thunderstruck is a top song. Here's a foul ball, and that's not going to be caught. So still full count with 2 outs. And let's see, Sweet Caroline, Tim D. King says Sweet Caroline's a top song. Okay, I like it. What else is up there, guys? Let us know in the comments section. We'd love to have you. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Here comes Dominguez on this one, a fastball high. So that breaks the out streak for Parrish. He had faced 3 batters in a row, gotten 3 outs in a row. But this one, a walk and a good at-bat by Jeremiah Dominguez. All right, Ruben, Aiden Quintela trying to do a 2-out rally here. Cavemen have done well tonight with 2 outs.
See what Aiden can do. What is this, his 4th at-bat of this game?
This is his 4th at-bat of the game, yes. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. So 0-1 count, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. This one off the plate, and Dominguez rocking the Evo Shield fin on the right hand. And that was something that I think I saw for the first time when the Royals played in the World Series. I think the first time, I forget who they played, but we saw their pinch runners come in. They had a lot of speed, and they rocked those fins. Here's no play at second base. He throws it to first, and he's off the plate, or off the bag, but is able to get the tag down on Quintela for out number 3. So I think that the running to second base by Dominguez kind of kept him distracted and almost broke up that play.
Yeah, it almost looked like he could have tagged second, but he was not in the right running path, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He would have had to kind of shuffle over and maybe wouldn't have made the play. So it was nice that he made the throw, even though it was a little bit wild. The first baseman made a nice play to get the tag.
Sue Edwards says Brick House is up there. That's a good one. That beat will definitely get your head bobbing.
Play that funky music.
Tammy Perry says Enter Sandman, a legendary, probably the most legendary walkout song. That was Mariano Rivera's walkout song, and that's legit. Yep, that's a good one, really good one. Ooh, walkout songs pose a good question as well. Top walkout songs. I think any like upbeat, like Latin music is also a good option as well.
Like Danza?
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. All right, so we appreciate you guys for checking out the broadcast. All Sports Best here, Trey and Ruben, and then we've got Red Rocket Media covering the audio and video that you guys are hearing and seeing. We've been able to do basketball, football, soccer this year, baseball, and softball.
Volleyball.
I don't think we did a volleyball game this year.
Oh, you didn't do volleyball?
Maybe we did one. 0-1 count. Hazen Wright starts out with a strike with a fastball, then the second one off the mark, so a 1-1 count. So 6-1, the Cavemen lead here in the top of the 6th inning. And Hazen Wright has had a good game so far. Here it comes. This one right at him. That one came off of the back of number 9, Gerardo Gonzalez, the second baseman. So a hit by pitch. All right, so fresh count here to Josiah Martinez, the left fielder. And any of the starting pitchers from the Cavemen you would really not enjoy getting hit by. I'll say that. Anything over 80 miles an hour is painful. Like, everyone's like, oh, no, that wasn't 90, it's fine. Like, no, 80 hurts.
Yeah, the only way it's not bad is if it's like a curveball or off speed, where it's not coming at you really hard. But when it's cold like this, it's probably a little bit tougher, too.
Yeah, if you can get hit anywhere, I would say
thigh.
Yeah, maybe thigh, maybe like the tricep area, maybe. You don't want to get any bone. You don't want like elbow.
My
you don't want
triceps are so
top
small
shoulder.
now it would be all bone.
I wasn't going to say it. 2-0 count here. No, I'm just kidding. 2-0 count here, runner on first base, no outs. Fastball high and right. Throws 3 consecutive balls.
So he may be getting a little bit tired, so they may be getting a little
I don't know if I saw anybody running out to the bullpen, but you can imagine Garrett Fuentes has to be at the top of their minds.
They must have heard you because there he
goes. Wait a minute.
No?
Nope, there's Fabian Hernandez. Looks like he's heading out there.
Is he going to go for back-to-back saves?
Could be.
Oh, the other
it's not a save when
no,
8 runs.
I'm kidding.
It's all right.
Closed.
3-0 count. Here we go. Here we go. Got a strike over. Kind of took a little bit off for that one to get that one over. Let's see, what else do we have here? Nick Aguilar, remember the name by Fort Minor. That's a good one. That one gets me fired up. Now I want to go out and run sprints. 3-2 count here. So Josiah Martinez, the left fielder, staying alive deep in this count. Hazen Wright, fastball off the plate, way off the plate. That one's going to make for the second walk. First one hit by pitch, second one a base on balls. after a full count. Xavier Alvarado, the first baseman, walked in the first inning, struck out swinging in the fourth inning as he looks to bring something around from second base. Gerardo Gonzalez, runners on first and second. Here comes a pitch, a fastball, swinging strike for Alvarado. What else do we have? Luis Viescas, Timmy Trumpet, Narco. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That was a fairly newer one. Beautiful pitch.
Yeah. Breaking
pitch by Hazen Wright. I think that one might have been a curveball. Almost like a slurve. It had a sweep to it and it came down as well. 0-2 count here. Right, trying to get something going here. A fastball off the plate won't do it.
Maybe
if he can get a ground ball here, that would be huge.
Maybe he noticed that somebody's warming up in the bullpen and it kind of got it fired up.
Could be. Sometimes that helps. 1-2 count. Here it comes. The windup and a good pitch there for strike three, swinging. And if they're planning on pulling him out, they're not going to do it before he gets another K under his belt.
Yeah, this is
now up to bat. Brewer, who's had his number tonight, 2 doubles. And they're just going to intentionally walk him to load the bases. Not real sure.
With 1 out, why would they do that to load the bases? Look, it looks like he's hurt, like he's hamstring or something, because he was kind of.
Well, you remember he had some issue in center field, so it could have been that. All right, guys, the score 6-1. Cavemen leads 6-1 here in the top of the 6th inning. Bases loaded, 1 out. Cave Girls on Madison Flacco in the comment section. Madison, give us the score for tonight for the Cave Girls. We'd love to hear it. Give us some good news. All right, so Wright here starts off this at-bat, 1-0 to Major Bird. All right, here comes the pitch. This one a fastball off the plate just a bit outside, 2-0 count.
We got nowhere to put him, so we got to put something in there so we can get an out.
All right, he comes set. The leg kick, the pitch, fastball, strike.
Nice.
Good pitch. All right, Madison Flacco gave me the score update. They beat Hobbs 21-1.
Wow.
So 21-1. Thank you, Maddie. Awesome, good news.
Did they play 2 though, or did they just play 1?
I think they just played 1. All right, 3-1 count here now, and Wright has to get a strike over here. Maybe get some contact going, or of course just a strike would be fine. Here we go. Swing and a miss. That's going to make it 3-2. So bases loaded. The count's full. 1 out. Hazen Wright, a big pitch here for this outing. Here comes the leg kick. The pitch, a fastball fouled straight back. Good job by Major Bird to stay alive in this one. And okay, they did play 2, so I think they won both. Awesome.
Yeah, the Cave Girls, I think they only have like 1 or 2 losses on the season.
Fastball swinging, strike 3.
Nice.
Great job by Hazen Wright to get it.
I don't know what that is. We think that's 11, 12?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 strikeouts for Hazen Wright. Great job. So 2 outs now with bases loaded. And we'll see if the intentional walk pays off here with Singleton up at the plate, number 12, the catcher. Aislinn Witzel, first game they won 12-0. Second game they won 21-1. Awesome. Great news from the Cave Girls. They have had a phenomenal season, and we want to see great success from both the baseball and softball teams once again, as they won last year.
Starting
together.
With Sunday's Selection Sunday, find out what their seeding is and
looking forward to
go
it.
From there.
1-1 count, 2 outs. Wright still in a bind here. Can he get out of it? A fastball, this one just a bit high. Looked like it could have been good. The Cavemen fans giving a little bit of a ooh.
Okay, this is one thing I don't understand.
Okay.
The baseball plays best 2 out of 3 in regionals, but the softball just plays 1 game. Does that make sense to you?
No, I don't see why there's a three-game series in the
Baseball?
regional. Yeah, I think it should just keep
No, okay,
the
I'll tell
one
you.
game
I'll tell
going.
you why. The reason they do that is because it gives the team that's got the higher seed the better chance because they're playing at home, and it's also
Yeah, but that makes it more exciting if it's like we want
no,
to see
it is
upset
more
alerts.
exciting. But do you want to see upsets? You want to see the
Yes.
best 8 teams at state. That's
No.
what you want to see.
No. March Madness, baby. That's what you want to see.
Well, then go play basketball.
All right, you'll catch me on the court. 3-1 count here for Hazen Wright with 2 outs. Bases loaded against number 12, Kenyon Singleton. He's 0 for 2 in this game thus far. Hazen Wright got a tall task with a 3-1 count. He's got to get a strike over. Here it comes. Good pitch there.
Oh.
Ooh, they're going to call this one a bit high.
Even he kind of tried to sell it, and then he looked back like, was that a strike?
Yeah, ooh, are
like
you
they're
going to
gonna-
let me through?
They're going to go get their reliever.
All right, so Hazen Wright had a heck of a game. And we'll see if they're going to pull him. Yep, they are. So that's going to be the end of Hazen Wright's night on the mound. But he went 5 2/3 innings of great pitching.
Yeah, he did a great
allowing 2 runs. And Fabian, he's got three runs on the base pass. And he's going to trust Fabian Hernandez to get out of this one and save him and his ERA. Of course, that'll definitely help keep his ERA low.
See, and to me, that's what's weird about the whole situation here is because since it's a 4-run game, he's still not considered a save opportunity. It's 3 runs or less. So
No. It is a save opportunity because
of 3 runners on base.
No, it's I think it's if the tying run is on deck, that is when it's a save. So in this case, the winning run would be on deck. So yeah, it is a save opportunity when he comes in.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is a good
Save opportunity.
in a pressure situation for Fabian Hernandez to get experience going into obviously Selection Sunday and figuring out what kind of role he's going to be playing in the state tournament. I think he's going to be playing a big role, but to get this under control is going to be hard to do. He's going to be facing off against Hector Armendariz with 2 outs and bases loaded. But like I said, Ruben, I mean, you like to give a guy an opportunity like this. We know Mabry's had experience in pressure situations. Thomas has played in the state tournament, maybe not on the mound, but played in the state tournament in pressure situation. Like a lot of these guys,
Yeah,
Wright has done a great job in his starting role. And I'd like to see Garrett Fuentes also get some looks in a situation like this beforehand. I'm sure he got some this year. I mean, he's been great on the mound.
This game would have been
This
a
would
good
have been
one
a
to
good,
get, because he wasn't playing.
He usually trails
Yeah.
right when we cover.
Yeah,
So
he definitely has the last 2 or 3 times.
he's done well. So, all right, folks, 6-2. The Cavemen lead. All right, so Cavemen trying to earn their 21st win of the season behind Fabian Hernandez. Here's a fastball. This is grounded, shallow. Can they make the play? Good job by Moreno to smother that one. Kind of had to leave his feet to get to that one. Marquez had a hard play on that dribbler. A great job by Fabian Hernandez to come in and get weak contact. It just worked out for Hobbs.
Yeah, it was just
There's
in the
nothing
right
you
spot.
can do about that.
Yeah.
So if I'm Coach May or any of the coaches in there, I'm thinking he came in and he did a great job. He's got to still finish this job out, obviously, and we'll see how that goes. Here comes the first pitch fastball to Saul Armendariz, the number 13, the right fielder. So an infield single is going to be awarded to Hector Armendariz. This one a slider in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Bases loaded, and Hobbs now making it 6-3 ball game. And Hernandez got some zip behind his ball, but that one came down on him. So 2-1 count, 2 outs. Bases loaded. The windup, the pitch over the plate, another weak contact over to shortstop. Quintela is going to
Got
throw
it.
this one to first base. Oh, they're going to call him safe at first base.
Oh.
That's a tough call there.
That was real bang, bang. But
It was close, but I
didn't.
didn't. Yeah, I don't think that was safe. But so the thing about that one was it was a high bounce.
Yeah,
Quintela has no choice but to wait on it, and it made it close. But I do still believe it was an out. But regardless, it doesn't matter what I think.
Yeah.
I'm not down there, so 6-4, and good slider by Fabian Hernandez to get the swing on it.
Yeah, we were cruising along with 6-1, just kind of like no big deal, and then they just start chipping away at it. And yeah, anything could happen even with a base hit here.
Well, the Cavemen had their share of the luck in game 1 and even a couple of times here in game 2, but here in this inning, we've seen 2 back-to-back lucky ground balls for Hobbs, and it just works out that way. Nothing to be ashamed of for Hernandez, but it's got to hurt in the dugout for Hazen Wright as he watches those ground balls work out for Hobbs, and those runs are earned. 1-2 count. 2 outs. Hernandez trying to get his signs, and timeout here from the batter. Parrish.
That's a big moment for this freshman.
Yes, it is.
Come up here.
Here comes the windup and the pitch. A nice slider for strike 3, and that's going to be out number 3. Fabian Hernandez gets out of it, but not before a couple of runs come across. 6-4, the Cavemen lead, and they're going to go into the bottom of the 6th inning to try and add some more run support to their pitching. So Fabian Hernandez is in line for the save if he comes back out. But so Ruben, so to explain a little bit, if the Cavemen score 7 runs here, okay, let's just say the Cavemen score 7 runs here, they're up by 9. Fabian Hernandez still goes out there, he still gets the save.
Because he came in the situation where they were.
Yeah, he came in. He inherited that situation.
I always just thought 3 runs or less. I didn't know that if the bases are loaded, then you go to the guy that's 4th on the bench to make.
I know. I love baseball. All right, so bottom of the 6th inning, due up for the Cavemen is Tristan Thomas, Mac Mabry, and Delmonico Moreno. All right, softball just got their shout out here on the PA system. All right, 18-4, the Cavemen won their first game in the JV. All right, cool. So thank you guys for the updates by Maddie Flacco and Aislinn Witzel. So 6-4. The Cavemen lead as Tristan Thomas steps into the box for the Cavemen to lead things off. It's Thomas, Mabry, Moreno, Hernandez. And Hernandez no longer the DH. He's hitting for himself as he's pitching.
It may not be a bad idea to score some runs this inning. What do you think?
No, I don't think so either. I like that. It's a good game plan. 1-0 count here to Thomas. Comes a pitch from Parrish. This one outside and fouled away by Thomas. This one's going to go off of the bus, Hobbs' bus. Oh, it does. That might leave a little baby mark. It hit the pavement first. This one hit high into left field. This is going to be lots of running to do. And Thomas is going to get a triple out of this one unless that throw is perfect, and it is. Oh, they call him out. And Thomas thought he got under that one. He might have, but umpire he was also in a tough angle. He caught that play from behind the back of the third baseman. So if he did get around that slide, it would have been hard to see. Good job by the third baseman to smother that angle. And
I don't want to say anything, but that's the same umpire that was behind the plate last game.
Yep. What do you know, huh? So, all right, so Thomas is cut down over at third base for out number 1. So that's going to be a double. That's going to go down in the scorebook as a double, but doesn't get that extra base. So he was trying to stretch a double into a triple. 1-1 count here to Mabry. 1 out, nobody on. Here it comes. This one, fastball down. So Parrish throws pretty dang hard for a freshman. He's got a good arm.
I mean, he just throws pretty hard for any
Period.
grade.
Yeah,
true. It's nice for them that he's a freshman because he's got 3 more years.
And that one fell straight back, a interactive experience if you're watching at home, coming at you 3D.
Straight into the camera.
Straight into the camera. Cool. 2-2 count, 1 out. And Mabry. All right, so it looks like it came off of Mabry's foot, hit by pitch. He's going to reach first base on that. So Moreno is the first baseman for the Cavemen, as you guys know, number 16. He has gone 0 for 2 so far with a walk. Moreno comes up to bat with 1 out and a runner on first base. Mabry, with lots of speed over at first base, poses a threat for anybody.
Oh,
good
nice
solid shot into left field. If it gets by him, it could, nope, doesn't get by him, but still a great shot in the left field. There was an opportunity or a possibility that it came off the turf and off his glove, and that would have probably scored Mabry. Any mistakes in left field would have scored him, but Delmonico put a hurting on that ball.
Yeah, he definitely got a shot. It's always nice to see a solid ball hit like that.
Yes, it is, and so that's his first hit of this game. So he was itching for that, you know. Hernandez right now 2 for 3 with 2 singles on the night. Going to try and help cushion his situation again if he can. So 1-0 count, 1 out, runners on first and second. Lots of speed at second base. Here's Parrish, comes set. This looks like a slider cutter type of thing. I think it was a slider. 1-1 count, 1 out, checks back. The pitch, another slider, and this one comes
infield fly
straight up to first baseman, and he handles that one, but man, does that look hard. A lot of second guessing on that one. That's going to be a pop fly up to the first baseman for out number 2. So runners on first and second. Galindo, the right fielder, has a double, and that is his lone hit of the game, 1 for 3. Here comes a pitch right over the plate for strike 1, a fastball. So Galindo just going to try and find some grass if he can in the outfield. Help his team out. This one a low fastball swung on and foul tip. 0-2 count. Ruben, a 2-strike hitter right here.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about that. I say get a nice base hit and score another run.
Lots of space. They're doing a big shift over to right side of the field, and another hit by pitch in this inning. And 4 batters, he's hit 2. He hit Mabry. Now he loads the bases by hitting Galindo. So Mabry at third, Moreno at second, and Galindo at first. Ty Molina here can help his team tremendously. Takes a little bit of pressure off of him too as he's behind the plate. Any type of scoring situation, he's got to block things up. He's got to be near perfect, so love it. All right, so fresh count. Molina, fastball. This one nowhere near. 1-0 count, 2 outs. All right, so here comes the windup and the pitch. This one swung hard and fouled straight back by Molina. Got a comment from Nick Aguilar. Oh, this is for the Thomas hit. He said, situational base running with Mabry on deck. You take the double. Great hustle, though. Yeah, we would love to have Thomas have been on second base right there, huh?
Yeah.
All right, 1-2 count now as Molina swings over that one.
Another one of those woulda, coulda, shouldas, but
Yeah.
I was just thinking how the fans are diehard out here, and I bet you
Yeah.
they'll be glad when it's over just because it's so cold.
Ooh, that curveball slurve was pretty nasty, and that froze him for out number 3 and strikeout looking. So good job by Parrish to keep things from happening, or by keeping the Cavemen off the home plate. So top of the 7th inning, and it looks like Fabian Hernandez is going to pick up the ball, and he's going to get on the mound. So the Cavemen going to put their faith behind the junior. And
that's unusual when you see a coach out there.
Whoa, that is unusual.
It's like select ball. You know what I mean? You're playing travel ball.
All right, so Hernandez. It kind of makes it tough too, because you think, like, okay, cool, coach is catching, but sometimes in the back of your mind you're like, well, I don't want to throw it too hard because if I skip it, I don't want to hurt it. Like, so I think that's not ideal in that situation. But if he feels comfortable, I mean,
yeah, I mean,
Chavarria can catch anything, but I'm just saying, you know, like,
as a pitcher, you're not thinking about trying to throw like that to where you're
you don't want to be thinking like that. You just you hope they don't.
Yeah, because I've seen them bounce a few to Molina, and then they're getting another ball and stuff.
Exactly. So, all right, here we go.
What would have been funny is if Molina would have taken a little longer and Chavarria threw it down to second.
That would have been funny. All right, now up to bat for the Eagles. They batted all the way through their lineup in the last inning. Now up to bat is the leadoff, Gonzalez, the second baseman. Here's a first pitch, fastball high. And Hobbs loud in the dugout now. They're going to try and rally their team.
Rally the troops.
On a comeback. Here it comes from Hernandez.
Oh, that's a good way to start it right there.
Base hit in a right center field. And this is going to be a nice single by Gonzalez to start things off. But Hernandez now with a double play intact. That's what he's going to hope for. A pitcher's best friend as he brings up Josiah Martinez. But don't be fooled by his size. He had a shot in game 1.
Yeah, got a triple in left center field.
Put a hurting on that ball for sure. He put a charge into it. All right, so here's Hernandez. Here comes the pitch. This one, fastball in the zone, and he wanted that one. Swung hard and fouled straight back. 0-1 count now. All right, so Hernandez checking back over to first base. Got the war paint on his face, Hernandez. So this one, the sidearm fastball for ball 1. 1-1 count. And Hernandez, known for switching things up with his arm angle. We'll see what he goes with here. This one over the top, a nice breaking pitch, and this one fouled back.
What the heck?
And it looks like
it was like a race.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I've never seen that before.
No, especially with rival teams. That's funny.
Because that's usually
Ramos won though, so Cavemen got a little W right there. They're trying to finish this one off. 1-2 count. Hernandez, big pitch, sidearm, swing and a miss, strikeout.
Nice, that's a big out.
Good job by Hernandez to get Martinez to swing on that one. He put it was a strike regardless, but a little bit of different angles as he changes how he throws every time. I love that. It's cool. It's hard to do. You got to pitch different. You got to aim differently. All right, so right there, that one,
the big
curveball that got left high.
Looking into the future, we want to get this out right here because look who's coming up on deck.
That's true.
The guy that they intentionally walked last time that's gotten a couple of good doubles.
Absolutely. Good fastball in the outer half for strike 1. So 1-1 count, like you said. A double play here would keep you from even having to work on or worry about that. But if you can keep this runner off base, that'd be great, even if you can just do that. So fastball low inside. The Cavemen fans wanted that for a strike. I think it was low. All right, Hernandez looking poised up on the mound, like his confidence. 2-1 count. Fastball fouled back. outside half, and he's got some juice too. He can throw hard. So Cavemen have arms.
Well, this arm's going to have to do something right here.
Yeah, and they have a lot of faith in Hernandez. Nobody's up throwing or even getting loose. They're saying, hey, we got this behind you. Sidearm fastball. This one fouled back into the parking lot. So 2-2 count, 1 out. Runner on first base. Hernandez has forced like 3 ground balls. And here comes a sidearm slider.
Oh,
good pitch for strike 3 looking.
He froze him on that one for sure.
What a pitch by Hernandez.
Nice.
Dropped the arm angle, threw out a slider, and froze the batter.
Yeah, he definitely didn't see that coming.
No, that ball started. Oh, they're going to intentionally walk him. But
dang, he threw that leg guard
yeah,
so hard, almost knocked Major down.
Yeah, that almost hurt him major.
He was pretty upset, but you could understand them as a batter going, come on, you're going to walk me again, but hey, it's a strategy.
He's getting the Barry Bonds treatment tonight.
Yeah. If we can get a ground ball out or a strikeout here, that would be huge.
All right, here comes a pitch. This one a fastball over the plate, over the middle, fouled off. And coach over there for Hobbs didn't budge. Too cool for school.
Yeah.
0-1. With 2 outs, runners on first and second as they intentionally walk Brewer. So here it comes, and he steps off to try and figure out his sign. Might have been a miscommunication between him and Molina. Because if not, you typically don't want to take a timeout. You got a rhythm going, you're feeling good. But it's better to take a timeout right there to just kind of get everything in order.
Up. Yeah.
Exactly. 0-1 count. 2 outs. And they might have changed their signs with the guy on second, you know. Make sure they're not getting them stolen. A fastball low. Looked like it was outside corner, but low.
Because I feel like there's a lot of teams that'll steal signs.
Oh, yeah, you have to.
They'll throw them up there. Yeah.
1-1 count. 2 outs. Beautiful slider over the plate for strike 2, and he's been using that to his advantage big time. And Cavemen going to try and make some noise in the stands.
I think they should all stand up.
All right. Hernandez checks back. The 1-2. Fastball, slider. Ooh.
Oh. That'd
have been hard to hold up on, and Bird does hold up on that one. Makes it a 2-2 count with 2 outs.
I think I'd throw that slider again, something that goes right at him and just breaks, just like he's been doing.
So big pitch here for Hernandez. Here it comes, a fastball, swing and a miss. Great job by Hernandez. He earns the save. Hazen Wright gets the win, and walking Brewer might have been the difference in tonight's game, in the second game, because he put some damage in his first 2 at-bats, 2 back-to-back doubles, followed by 2 back-to-back intentional walks. The Cavemen get out of this last one with a swinging strike 3. Great job by Hernandez. 3 strikeouts to finish off the game. All right, folks, we appreciate you guys for checking out the broadcast. We're going to try and cover the state tournament if we can. Absolutely, we will be here. Have your